Hi. I I said that I would report in, and I took my uncle to the hospital this morning. Got up early, took a shower. I think he was nervous. He was calling me a lot. Fed him breakfast. Um, my son came, helped get him in the car. Complained all the way there, so I'm thinking he's going to be a butt. But it was interesting because when I pulled up to the hospital, it was interesting because you can't go in. They come out to the car, take his temperature, ask questions, blah, blah, blah. And then they were telling me I couldn't come in. I'm like, I don't think so. That ain't going to happen. So there was a little bit of an issue there. They're not just letting anybody in there. I'm not sure, had I not had the papers, I just wonder, but they were like, well, who are you? What are you to him? Yada, yada, yada. And I said, I'm his niece slash POA. Anymore, when somebody asks who I am, niece slash POA, I'm his POA, I'm his POA. Because it's like, you know, then they'll talk to you. Well, I went and parked the car, I went in there. I did have a mask, so I did, as much as I would like to not wear it, being at the hospital, I did have the mask. I can be respectful sometimes. But when I go to a store, I don't wear a mask. I see other people not wearing a mask. And I know people go, oh my God, you're so selfish, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm whatever, I'm not going up and giving them a hug or anything like that. Though if I saw a friend of mine, I would. And I have. So, whatever. So, we got in. There was a couple of people there. There was so few people there. It was crazy. I mean, it was weird. And they took us right back, and they did blood, they did x-rays, they did an EKG, did all this stuff. And, you know, they gave me some different medication for them. They were all super nice. All super nice. They said that they have plenty of masks. They have plenty of equipment. They said they are good to go. Because I had gotten masks. They're individually wrapped, and I carry them with me just in case. I give them to the home care people that come here. I had given them some, and they really appreciate it. So, and I always make sure I have gloves and I have stuff here so they don't have to use their own if they don't want to. Um, they appreciate it. I have everything as far as like what they need. Take his blood pressure, his temperature, and pulse ox. I have all of that here, so they don't have to even go into their stuff other than they get their little computer and type in their information. And they prefer that actually. So when we were in there, one of the nurses came in and they gave me another cream, put it on twice a day, and I said, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to cut it because it's not going to last. The guy's got big feet. Look at his feet. And they just kind of like shrug, and it's like, well, don't put it all over his feet, just put it on the bad spots and stuff. I said, do you not see his feet? They're all bad, all right up his ankles. And she just again kind of shrugged and like, just do the best you can. And that's why we use it once a day to make it last. So because it's best to use it, in our opinion, use it once a day as opposed to running out and then I'm going a week without it at all. So I don't know which is, you know. And then they said, which I thought was, they said, do not bring him back here unless he's a lot worse. And he's a lot worse for multiple days. Okay. They were really nice about it. So, um, they were really nice. And I told them in the beginning when they first came in that, he was complaining all the way here and that he can be obstinate and he can be a real difficult patient. He was compliant. He was nice. I was like, really? Just made me a liar. I guess I'm going to have to say that every time. But he did say that he is not going out of this house again. When we got back, I mean, he was agitated and he's been sleeping. He ate and then he's been sleeping since. I guess that kind of wore him out. But it just like, okay, so I don't know. So then I did call his doctor and I told his doctor that, I explained what happened and asked him, because they said in order to get a refill on the cream, I needed to call the family doctor. Then he says, well, he needs to be seen by the doctor for us to make it refillable. And I'm like, why did I take him to the hospital then? Well, this is not our expertise. We wanted him to be seen by somebody else. They want him to be seen by an infectious disease doctor. I said, it's really hard to get him out of this house. I mean, it's scary. I mean, even with my son being a big guy that he is, it's scary because my uncle's so unstable to get in and out. And I mean, it was, I was waiting for it to just, for him to fall. And so I can't take him to a doctor. A doctor's not going to come here unless it's life threatening. The way things are right now, and I don't know if it's like this all over, is it just Michigan? I don't know. But it's very frustrating because you cannot get the care for the elderly that they need, which is very frustrating. And then it makes it even worse when you have an elderly person who can be so stubborn and not compliant and I don't know. So anyway, that was it today. So I'm gonna put this up when my other one finally works. I have a video trying to be put up right now that I'm on the 4th time with Filmora 9 trying to get that loaded, and it's just not exporting, and I'm very, I pay for it. So I'm not very happy with this program at the moment, so I'm not really sure who to reach out to for that. If you guys have any recommendations, I could use some recommendations on a different editing program, something that's a little bit more user-friendly. I mean, Filmora 9 is not bad. It just, half the time it takes forever to get something to be, put up on the channel, and that's just extremely frustrating. Anyway, talk too long. I've got a ton of stuff going on in my head. There's a ton of stuff I want to talk about. Like I said, I had a friend kick me in the butt, so I really have a lot to say now. So, yeah. So I'm going to let you go. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.